What is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and in today's video, we are talking about the Yankees' 5-3 win over the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees played excellent baseball again today. They take their third straight series to start the year. That's huge for the Yankees. Again, I've talked about this in the Giants series. I talked about this in the Phillies series. When Alex and I talk, in our pre-games and in our daily podcast, which you guys can check out, of course, if you like, comment, and subscribe. I talked about the importance of just go out there and win a series, and that is exactly what the New York Yankees did today. There are a lot of really big performances to talk about. There are a lot of things we need to get into. But before we do that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you guys know when we post our videos. We've got you guys with daily Yankee content of all different types. We're your home for New York Yankees content, and we hope you guys join us for the 2023 season. But with that being said, let's start with the pitching side of the ball. Nestor Cortes threw the ball well today. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He pitched really well, got out some jams. The 2 runs scored, which we'll get into in a second, it was scored when he was no longer on the mound, but of course those are still his runs. I think he looked good. I'm really impressed by what he gave the Yankees today. Again, it's his second start of the year, 2.61 ERA in the year now. He's looked excellent. He's executing pitches well. He was getting strikeouts. He was a little wild at times. He lost his command, in my opinion, a little bit, in spots where he probably shouldn't have, but he was able to turn it around, which you'll love to see. But with that being said, when you get a good start like that, that's huge, especially for a Yankee team that's kind of depleted in the bullpen. So it's good that he was able to get you past the 5th end, or get you into the 6th inning, of course. But with that being said, let's talk about the bullpen now. Now, Albert Abreu came in and he immediately served up the double to Anthony Santander. And you kind of think, all right, the wheels are spinning here. Things are probably going to go south. He goes out and he strikes out the next 2 batters. He walks the leadoff guy the next inning, gets a third out. Or excuse me, not a third out, first out in the 7th inning. It was his third out. It was his third out recorded of the outing, of course. And then Marnacio came in, and he struggled. If you guys remember that first game, in a similar situation, Yankees are protecting a lead. He's trying to make sure he doesn't, give up that lead, relinquish it, and he's able to go in there and he's able to get a big strikeout. Gets another big out. He was able to go out there and just shove. It was a big outing for Ron Marnacio, who I know is a really good reliever and have full confidence in. But of course, you wanted him to just get right back on track after a bad outing. You don't want that to snowball. And he finishes the day, no earned runs, 1 strikeout, 2/3 of an innings pitched, no walks, 1 hit, no hits. Jimmy Cordero came in and he immediately served up a home run. And again, just like when Albert Abreu came in and served up that double, you start thinking, all right, here come the wheels are starting to spin. What's going on here? And then he silences people. He goes out and he gets 2 strikeouts. The ERA on the season is not pretty for Jimmy Cordero. It's 4.91. But I want to emphasize patience with guys who have high-level stuff. We've seen Wandy Peralta struggle in the past and then figure it out. We've seen Michael King, when he first became a reliever, struggle and then figure it out. We saw, Clark Schmidt, when he first started being a reliever, it wasn't pretty, and then he kind of figured it out last year. It takes time. For some guys, it just takes time to find their command, and when you have high-level stuff, you want to trust that. This isn't saying that guys with elite-level stuff are always going to be good relievers. Again, command matters. But when you have really good stuff, it's good process to see what you've got there and try to push it and see what you can get there. But with that being said, again, really, not a great outing, of course, for Cordero, but certainly a nice bounce back to what was a really poor start when you give up a home run like that to Adley Rutschman, who just torched the Yankees today. 4 hits, 2 runs scored, 1 home run, 1 RBI. He was a wrecking ball today. After that was Clay Holmes, who threw just 9 pitches, just free and easy, 1 strikeout, no walks, no hits, no runs, gets the save. He's looked excellent since that first outing against the Giants where he really got knocked around. Again, it's Clay Holmes, man. He's nasty. Everyone knows he's nasty. I really don't think I have much to say about Clay Holmes, considering this is just what he does. I know there are some people who are a little shaky on Holmes. He had a really poor finish to his season last year, and then he immediately parlayed that into a really bad start in his first outing. And now he's settled down. I think this is a guy who's just too good to reach conclusions on one poor outing or a couple of poor outings in 2022. But with that being said, the pitching staff did its job today. They went out and they struck out plenty of batters. They were able to go out there and strike out 11 batters. They only walked 3 guys. They gave up 6 hits. So not completely avoiding traffic on the base paths, but they were able to avoid just enough and make enough big pitches to get out of jams. But with that being said, let's talk about the offense. And I cannot talk about the offense without talking about Aaron freaking Judge, who hit 2 nukes today. Both of them solo shots, had 3 hits on the day. He extended his on-base streak. He's hitting 364 on the year. He's got 4 home runs. He's just, I mean, what else do I have to say about Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge is the best hitter on the planet, right? You know, this isn't a conversation to be had. This isn't a debate. This isn't something we can have a healthy argument about. There is Aaron Judge, the best hitter on planet Earth, and then Yordan Alvarez or the Juan Sotos of the world, or even a Paul Goldschmidt type. Maybe those guys are in that 2, 3, and 4. But Aaron Judge is the best hitter on this planet, and that's just a fact. After that, you know, you have Rizzo collected 2 hits today and a double. Stanton had an RBI single in the first inning. A rare offer for Gleyber Torres, who started out the season really hot, but these type of things are bound to happen. And the guy we need to talk about as well, Franchy freaking Cordero. Franchy Cordero, you know, kind of just picked up out of nowhere last second, right before opening day. The Yankees bring him in. They get rid of Estevan Florial, and boom, this guy is dropping bombs. He drops his second home run as a New York Yankee. He had 2 hits today, one off of a left-handed hitter. He's starting red hot, and if the Yankees are facing any right-handed pitching, he's got to be in the lineup. You know, this dude is just crushing right now, and I don't mean to sit here and overreact, because end of the day, you know, it is one game, it is a couple of games. You know, Cordero is a career-long below-average hitter, and this is a streaky hitter. When you're a big strikeout guy, you just are bound to be a streaky hitter, but he hasn't struck out that much with the Yankees. He's made really good contact. He's just done a lot of things really damn well. You know, he's hitting 300. He's got a slugging percentage that's really high. He's barreling the baseball. He's just doing a lot of things really well. And of course, you know, you just want to ride the hot hand for now. You want to just throw him out there as many times as you can against right-handed pitching. I'm not sure who the Cleveland Guardians are going to be throwing against us on Monday. It's Shane Bieber, so I imagine you're going to see Franchy Cordero in the lineup, right-handed pitcher. That's just Cordero's. That's exactly why you bring in Cordero. But with that being said, you know, the Yankees just played another really good game today. You score 5 runs. That's awesome. That means you had a good offensive day, right? If you average 5 runs a game, you're going to be a pretty damn good offense. Their pitching held the opposition to 3 runs. Again, if your team has a team ERA of 3, yeah, you're gonna win a lot of games, right? The Yankees played a really strong brand of baseball today. They played a really strong brand of baseball this weekend. They've played a really strong brand of baseball all year. They improved to 6-3 on the year, and quite frankly, you know, kind of quietly, they're just playing really good baseball. And, you know, the Yankees haven't really gotten off to great starts in the last 2 years. If you look at 2021, they are off to not a great start. In 2022, yes, they had a really good first half, but they started the first 10 games at 500. They actually dropped a series in Baltimore to fall to 5-5. So, you know, when you're looking at the situation you're in right now, when you're looking at the record you're at right now, you know, you feel like, okay, you know, we faced the Giants, we faced the Phillies, we faced the Orioles. These are fringe playoff teams, and we won a series. Now, the Guardians are no easy opponent. They're pretty damn good. You know, you've got the Twins, I believe, right after. You have the Angels coming up. They're playing well. You know, the month of April is not easy. If you're able to get through this month of April doing well, if you're able to get through this month of April well above 500 and cemented in a playoff spot, you know, obviously the standings in April don't reflect what they'll be in October, but you just want to always put yourself in good positions. You always want to go out there and say, you know what, we had a good month this month, that month, this month, that month. You're going to go into slumps. You're going to go into, you know, you're going to have some bad months, right? The Yankees last year had a horrific month of August and still finished with 99 wins and won the American League East. But you're looking at a team that's gotten off to a good start, and you hope that they continue that going forward. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys have any takeaways from this game that I didn't mention? I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below, and you guys can also join the discussion on Twitter. We're tweeting constantly. We've got you guys with stats and all that stuff. Make sure to follow us at Fireside Yankees. We have an Instagram, we have a TikTok, we have a Facebook, and of course this YouTube page, which you guys can all drop follows or subscribe to. Again, turn on post notifications so you guys know when we post. And in the link in our description, we have a link to Underdog Fantasy, who has sponsored us. And, you know, honestly, it's a really fun app to play, right? It's a fun fantasy app. It's super fun. There are season-long, week-long, and daily game modes. There's a Pick 'em game mode. For the fantasy game modes, you can do drafts, and you don't really have to worry about setting your lineups or making trades. And as someone who's very forgetful, that's very nice for me, because I forget to set my lineups all the time. I'm really bad with trades. It's a really fun, intuitive way to play. And if you guys sign up using our code Fireside or use the link in the description, you guys can get up to 100% on your $100, up to 100% match on your deposit if you put up to $100. So again, thank you guys so much for checking us out. Make sure to play Underdog Fantasy, use our code Fireside, and we'll see you guys next video. Peace out.